Alright, new week, new values forming, and basically our plays from last week are playing out. So let's go through what we expected during this week to happen. So past week on the live stream we were sitting around these levels. We have formed like some highs to take out, and I did let you guys know that I was expecting some sort of reversal coming up from here if you get like a 3 drive here, and that's what we're getting. We did have the 3 drive into the mousetrap setup here. This was a clean short. I did post about it on thesis as well. So I got some shorts into like 96.8 and I'm holding them. And what have we done here? So we have formed two values. Let me all right, let me have the background here and the background here as well. All right, these two values. All right, these two values, this one value is like an 8-day value, an 8-day composite, until we escaped value to the upside. So we had like the 8-day composite, clean acceptance, slow grind above here was a trigger for longs up to like these highs. I think we got it as well. Yeah, we got as well. Eventually I could hold it longer, but it was a good take profit area because you didn't know what would happen up here. So let me hide this, sorry. We came up here, formed like a 3-day value, did like the mousetrap setup that I was expecting, and the first thought was getting a full rotation towards its lows. Alright, now what is happening currently? I posted yesterday on thesis about the possibility of getting acceptance below 8-day value high for a rotation lower towards 8-day value low. As you can see, this happened pretty quickly, and now we're kind of getting alright, wait, I only need this. We're kind of getting rejection at the 8-day POC. 8-day POC is the POC from this value right here. So this can be pretty bearish overall, and along with some lows that we have right here, if we get acceptance below here, like a slow grind, a slow bleed below here, we could possibly see these lows to be taken out. So I'm expecting another short coming into around here, only if we get like a slow grind down below 8-day value low. This will be the trigger for me to short towards these lows. Let me bring these levels up. All right, let me hide these. The reason to short as well into this level right here is a POI from higher time frame, as you can see, around 97 to 98k. So this can potentially be a local top in my opinion. So one scenario is this, to get a local top around here, targeting some lows on the lower time frame around here. Now the bull scenario here would be, let me hide this. basically we're getting some low holding here. So if we get on the lower time frame, I would like to see some sort of sweep of this low into reclaim of 8D via low. This will be the trigger to long for higher. One scenario is this: long into the anticipation of having multiple lows holding and highs breaking, etc., etc. Another long scenario that I'm looking at is a sweep. Let me bring up my 3-month value as well. Is a sweep of these lows into tagging the NPOC from like 22nd of April into reclaim right here and further reclaim of 3-month value low. This will be a major trigger to long because we're getting, actually if you go on higher time frame and we hide these values right here, we're getting some sort of range before continuation. I've talked about this inside the server in the past, that if we get an uptrend move into some range forming and we get a sweep of highs first followed by a sweep of lows, then eventually this is like a trend continuation setup, so this could lead to higher prices. Now we have the sweep of upper range high. Alright, upper range high, some highs right here, liquidity has formed and swept. Now we're targeting liquidity below. So if we get a sweep right here into reclaim, I'm looking for longs towards basically 3-month value high, which is 100k. This is the most bullish scenario that can happen currently, both higher time frame and lower time frame, and I will back this up by using some VWAP confluence. Now let's go into the yearly VWAP. On to the yearly VWAP, we're getting some sort of acceptance right here above the yearly VWAP. So this is showing us momentum, right? What would be the most bullish scenario right now? You see this low? Sweep of this into reclaim and send it higher. This would be the most bullish scenario because we've seen it happening in the past as well. If you see right here, sweep into yearly VWAP and see what came right after. I've traded this before and I wish I can trade it again. So this will be really fun if we get this scenario. The bear scenario is basically acceptance below here and don't manage to get some closes above yearly VWAP. So this means rejection into the yearly VWAP. So we could potentially see trend continuation, which is into the lower value of the previous year value. We will see how this develops. Now let's go into the quarterly VWAP. By the way, this new layout of my VWAP suite, it has all the VWAP values: daily, weekly, monthly, quarterly, yearly. You can find it inside resources on the tools, I think, or templates. Now let's go into the quarterly value. According to the quarterly VWAP, same here, we're getting some sort of 3 drive happening. What would be the most bullish scenario? Sweep of the lows here into yearly, not yearly, sorry, into quarterly value area high, developing quarterly value area high, along with the previous quarter VWAP. So if we get a deviation here, we have multiple levels belong from. All right. Now, the bearish scenario would be acceptance below here. Don't manage to get some closes above here. Acceptance below quarterly value area high, with the target being quarterly VWAP, along with previous quarterly value area low, and maybe much lower towards quarterly value area low. I told you I will back this up using VWAP. I mean, all the plays basically align on all time frames. Is monthly VWAP important? So far it's not. Only if you see here, another level aligns. Previous month value area high. If we get deviation here, we're basically rejecting this value. So this would be a pretty nice trigger for longs. I mean, sweep of these lows at 91k, sorry, and reclaim 92k, and it's a long trigger. That's pretty much the whole thing going on right now. The bearish scenario again would be acceptance below previous month value area high, which would lead to a move towards 85k again. So yeah, it is important as it seems. Going into the weekly value, we have previous week value area low right here. Only for bullish scenarios, like if we get, as I said earlier, a sweep of this low. Here we have also 8D value area low, let's say around here. 8D value area low. Acceptance above, along with acceptance above previous week value area low, should lead to a move towards 95k at least, or else a move towards value area high, previous week value area high, which we also have some highs to take out. And maybe we can form around here some sort of distribution to short, because we eventually are forming on higher time frame some sort of Quasimodo coming up here. We'll see how this aligns. The main focus right now, in my opinion, should be on higher time frame, on the three basically scenarios that I talked about, and that's pretty much it. Let me also talk about the 3-month value right here. So we're also into a big level according to higher time frame values. We had like a 3-month value from here to here, which right now we could be accepting above and inside. So the main play here is sweep of these lows into acceptance above 92k for a move towards 3-month value high 101, 102k. Basically, yeah, 102, 103k, where we have also some highs to take out. So that's pretty much it. Good luck with playing this out. I'm gonna end the recording and we can go through your questions, guys.